Today, I am doing a reaction to, you can't see it because it's covered by the tag, but Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So, I have not seen this movie before because, those are the best kind of movies to react to, I think. Personally, for me, I prefer to react to it. And I don't really have a very good setup to, like, you know, sit here, so, like, I don't know if I'll lean too far forward or too far back. I'm sorry if I get a little bit out of shot. I don't know if you saw my hat from Ireland, from Christmas. You might have seen it in the Ronald McDonald video. I don't know if this is off to a good start. But Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So I have never actually seen this film before, but, my mom saw this, like, a couple years ago when I was starting my reactions, and she said I should react to it. But, as you know, or you probably don't know, I haven't done very many reactions because I'm not the best editor, and, you know, it takes a lot of time to edit, and I do, like, a lot of writing and stuff, and I do work where 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So I decided I'm gonna hire an editor, and as far as the editor goes, if you want to put, like, a message here or something, you can. If not, you can just cut this part out. But, you know, if you're the editor, and you want to, like, just do a little nice self-insert thing, then you can, as long as you keep it, like, PG-13. But, yeah, I know this is kind of an odd, but, yeah, I'm doing a reaction to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. My mom watched it, and she said it was just, like, absolutely ridiculous, I guess. So, I'm gonna try to watch it, and it might actually be funny. I have no idea whether it's funny or not, but I hear about this film, and I know the Holy Grail was what Indiana Jones drunk out of. So as for this, I think one good thing about my channel is that I've already seen a lot of movies, and, you know, a lot of reactors react to the stuff, you know, that a lot of people really look forward to watching, but I've seen a lot of those movies, so I think that what I'm going to try to do with my channel is watch a lot of the stuff that I haven't seen yet, which may not be the typical things that most people watch, but it's still, you know, it might be an interesting experience, like anime and, you know, just stuff like that. I don't know how many people react to Monty Python, but yeah. So, let's get this started. And a llama in medieval England? Yep, they're both galloping. No llamas, though.
What? Ridden on a horse? Coconut, and you're banging them together? We have ridden since the snows of winter covered this land.
That must have been a long journey.
Yeah, the coconut's tropical. Swallow may fly south with the sun. Plover may seek warmer climes in winter.
The birds brought it.
Are you suggesting coconuts migrate? A swallow carrying a coconut?
They might.
It's not a question of where he grips it. Simple question of weight ratio. Could not carry a 1 pound coconut.
This is a very important...
Listen, in order to maintain, needs to beat its wings 43 times. Please! Am I right? Swallow may be, but not a European swallow. That's my...
So there's gotta be a whole talk instead. And don't you think King Arthur would technically have the resources he needs to have a horse? I mean, if he's King Arthur, I mean, this is not pre-Excalibur, is it? I mean, he wouldn't be king then. But I guess we gotta have a whole conversation about
if he wants
swallows.
To join my court at Camelot, so they couldn't bring a coconut back anyway. Supposing 2 swallows? No, they don't have it on a line. Strand a creeper. What, held under the door?
I'm guessing it's super important where they got the coconuts from, because if they don't know where they got the coconuts from, they can't trust them. I don't know, like, I mean, they find coconuts, I mean, that's a kind of weird thing, but I mean, they still have the coconuts, so, like, obviously, they're not lying that they have the coconuts, so, I mean, where they got them, but then, that leads to a lot of questions, but I don't think they really rely on trust, because, like, obviously, they didn't come from the tropics, did they? But...
Bring out your dead!
So that guy died, or they're gonna or they might be just pretending he died. Oh, they're collecting dead. Some people are probably going out there to try to get there to the cart. Okay.
Bring out your dead.
This is a dramatic society, I guess. King Arthur must not have made England prosper as much, or Camelot prosper.
Bring out your dead.
At least they're getting rid of them.
Ninepence. I'm not dead. What?
You will be soon.
He says he's not dead. Yes, he is. I'm not. Stone dead in a moment. Oh, I can't take him like that. Oh, don't be such a baby. I can't take him. Can you hang around a couple of minutes? He won't be long. Isn't there something you can do? I feel happy.
Oh.
Thanks.
Oh, that's very effective.
Who's that then? I don't know. He hasn't got shit all over him.
They're following the same path. This place looks way merrier than in the town, though. Maybe. I mean, it still might be harsh out here, but it doesn't look as desolate as the town did.
What knight lives in that castle over there? I'm 37. I'm not old. I did say sorry about the old woman, but from behind you looked... Well, I am king. Oh, king, eh? Very nice.
King Arthur's very nice.
Which perpetuates the economic and social differences.
There's some lovely filth down here. How'd you do?
How do you do, good lady?
That's a lady.
Whose castle is that? The Britons.
Who are the Britons?
That is King of Camelot.
I thought we were an autonomous collective.
A self-perpetuating autocracy.
Go bringing class into it again.
Well, now, if only...
How do they not know they're under a king? Don't they know where their taxes are going to? Unless they're not going to anywhere, and then it's like, well, the best king is one that you don't even know is there, I guess. But then, well, I mean, they're still struggling, I guess. So,
Then who is your lord?
We don't have a law.
We're an anarcho-syndicalist commune to act as a sort of executive officer for the week. Yes. Special bi-weekly meetings. Yes, I see. Tea in the case of purely internal affairs.
wait, they change weekly, and then it has to be...
Oh, who does he think he is? Well, I didn't vote for you.
Vote for kings?
Well,
He pulled a sword.
Excalibur from the bosom of the water. I, Arthur, was to carry Excalibur.
I thought he pulled it from a stone.
Strange women lying in ponds. There's no basis for a system of government. Supreme executive
It should be.
had lobbed a scimitar at me. Will you shut up? It's inherent in the system. Shut up! Help! Help! I'm being repressed! What a giveaway. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, eh?
Well, at least he left him alone after a second.
You saw it, didn't you?
But, I mean, I guess... He doesn't seem like the kind of King Arthur that we all thought King Arthur was, I guess. Wait, what happened? Oh, somebody's fighting. The disc seems to be a little bit, like, jumpy. I hope it doesn't stop. The abrupt cuts. Yeah, seems like... Doesn't flow with the music. Now they're together, the two groups. I wonder what's going on here. I don't know if they're the best fighters, though. Oh. That's brutal. Yeah. Good job, man. You're apparently, one of the best of the best.
I am Arthur, King of the Britons.
Doesn't matter what he fought for, as long as he's a good fighter.
Bravest knights in the land to join me in my court at Camelot.
Is he really that brave, though? I mean, he just attacked a guy and you don't know the context of why he attacked. For defeating a guy who you have no idea what the fight was over. Very worthy.
You make me sad. Come, Patsy.
I would be
None
sad,
shall
too.
pass.
Maybe the King of Camelot, or the King of the Britons.
No, you shall die.
King of the Britons to stand aside.
For no man.
So be it.
Only move for a lady, though. Probably didn't even think about that back then. But they could.
Stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
The big scratch.
You lie.
Come on, you pansy.
He's done worse. Well, he's never had no limbs before. He's never missed a limb before.
But in thy murder.
Very effective.
How about you?
This is like me and my brother fighting with lightsabers.
Oh, had enough, eh?
Stupid bastard, you've got no arms left.
I guess he's not worthy anymore.
Look, stop that.
Chicken.
Well, this is the only...
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's just a flesh wound.
What are you going to do, bleed on me?
The Black Knight always
Oh,
triumphs.
it's the Black Knight. Night of the wind. Do.
Come, Patsy.
You yellow! Hey, what's coming to you? Bite your legs off!
He still has his mouth, but it's covered by a helmet, so it's not going to be very effective. A little bit of self-brutality here. I don't really need that. You're probably learning something very deep from it. A witch? Oh, look at Birdie. Yeah, I love birdies. Who's a witch?
But you are dressed as one.
And this isn't my nose, it's a false one.
They could easily take it off to prove it. Oh, yep, see?
Well, we did do the nose and the hat, but she's a witch.
How do they know? What did she do?
No. Yes, a bit. She has got a wart.
To prove.
Got better. Burn her, Eddie!
They really want to burn her for something that's not relevant right now.
What do you do with witches?
Burn them.
Apart from witches?
More witches!
That's the only...
Why do witches burn?
Because you burn stuff? Because you put wood under the witch?
Because they're made of good.
Oh.
Whether she is made of wood.
Burning her.
Can you not also make bridges out of stone?
No,
Oh.
no, it floats! It floats!
So if she can swim, she's a witch.
What also floats in water?
Very small rocks. Cider! Churches! Lead! A duck!
So, logically,
If she's a duck, she is a witch. No.
She's made of wood!
therefore,
She's a witch. That is very logical. So, only witches weigh as much as ducks. Out of all the things in the universe, only witches weigh as much as ducks. As long as they don't find a very heavy duck, they should be fine. Unless it's in balance scale, like rigged.
is a fair cop.
She must be very skinny if she weighs as little as a duck. She probably is underfed if that's the case.
Good Sir Knight, will you come with me to Camelot?
It's uneven, yeah.
I would be honored. What is your name?
Teddy my liege.
Knight of the Round Table.
He did something super noble.
Other illustrious names were soon to follow. Sir Lancelot, the brave.
So this is near the early point of his...
The not quite so brave as Sir Lancelot, who had nearly stood up to the vicious chicken of
Nearly.
crystal at the Battle of Baden Hill.
Yeah, they're the same picture.
Sir not appearing in this film.
Oh no, not a...
Were to be retold throughout the centuries of the Round Table.
Well, Monty Python, I believe, is a comedy group.
This new learning amazes me, Sir Bedivere.
Certainly, sir.
Look, my liege.
So even with imbalanced scales, like weighing exactly as much as Swan, it's only a film model. Wait, but that looks like it's done on location. I suppose I've heard, I think it's called the round table, so everybody would like sit at like even distance. I don't even know where I heard that from, and I don't know how accurate this is. It might just be from a random book, but it might be just a round table, so like everybody sits there and like, you know, nobody has like the head of the table or anything. They're all equals. At least the guy in the dungeon can enjoy hearing his captors celebrate. Oh, poor kitty.
Second thoughts, let's not go to Camelot.
Oh,
It's a silly place.
it is. Oh, so that wasn't actual, or that might have been a memory from another time. So they don't want to go back to their own kingdom, though, because their kingdom's a silly place. I think they probably need to...
Every time I try to talk to someone, it's sorry, worthy. What are you doing now? Miserable psalms, they're so depressing.
I want a personal relationship, not people to be afraid of me.
This is the Holy Grail, for it is your sacred task to seek this Grail. For the Holy Grail.
I'm not sure that it would be...
A blessing from the Lord. God be...
I'm not sure that God would care so much that people seek out the cup that Jesus drank out of. But, I mean, I could be wrong. It might be very important to him. The Holy Grail. Quest for the Holy Grail. They're gonna find it before Indiana Jones, and maybe that's how it ends up in that cave, because they found it during the Crusade, And so they found it during the Crusades, and then they hid it in that place where Indiana Jones finds it, which I'm not as I've seen Indiana Jones a few times, but, like, I may not remember all the details of, like, the history of the Grail in it. I know they don't connect it. I'm just saying that because, you know, why not?
Hello? Hello?
None of them have horses. This must be a very
Whose castle is this?
None of them have horses. They must be a really underfunded kingdom, which is kind of odd because everybody else in the kingdom is poor and suffering, so it's like, where is all the money going? It's not going to the people. It's not even going to the king and his stuff. So, are they just putting it in some room somewhere? Or are they just at a very serious famine where nobody is benefiting, which doesn't even look that much like a famine. I don't know anything about farming, so, yeah, sorry. Yes. Yeah. I mean, but, you know, the grass looks green. It looks kind of nice, but I guess maybe plants just aren't growing. That could be the case. And yes, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at that instead of the viewfinder. It's easy to look at the viewfinder because, unfortunately, that's, you know, to make sure I'm framed when I speak. And I am sorry, editor, if this is annoying. I'll try to be better.
That we have been charged by God if he will give us food and shelter for the night.
Don't think he'll be very keen. He's already got one, you see?
Oh, he hasn't?
He says they've already got one.
Well, maybe they need to find it from here.
Told them we already got one.
Oh.
Can we come up and have a
Where
look?
did they even start, though, looking? God didn't give them very much context.
Why do you think I have this outrageous accent?
They crossed the water? Outrageous.
Doing in England?
Mind your own business.
Well, I mean, they might have had bases there, maybe?
Blow my nose at you, so-called, you and all your silly English.
Those aren't even on really well.
Don't want to talk to you no more, you food trough whopper. Your mother was a hamster.
He's not standing in a way to actually do that.
Now this is your last chance.
Fetch in a mash. Quoi? Fetch in a mash.
I don't think they have the tools they need to break through the walls.
Then I shall...
They might... Oh, poor cow. Oh, wow. Did they throw a person? Oh, they're just throwing all their wildlife out. Like, they don't even have a way to break through the castle wall. They could find a door or something. But, like, those walls are not going to be taken down with those small swords. I'm sorry. They could, like, cut through the whatever really slowly, but they're wasted a lot of wildlife on just a small attack against people who are just arguing. See, it's pretty green. I don't know how much that means. Plants grow. They don't have potatoes back then, so I don't know what they actually ate. But they weren't having any taters, because taters were in the Americas then. But it is Norwegian at the beginning, so maybe they do have potatoes. Oh, they did build something. I don't think it's gonna be, it must be a Trojan horse. But will it even fit through any doors? I don't see any doors actually, but they're not even in the inside, so they're gonna take that in. It's not, is that even gonna fit through the door? I don't see any big doors from that distant shot. I don't think that's going to help them get in because they're not on the inside of that, so they're not actually bringing them in. Well, there goes their only ride. Unless there's a few people, or like bombs.
Lancelot, Galahad and I, and then leap out of the rabbit. Only by surprise, but totally unarmed.
But they're not in the rabbit.
Lancelot, Galahad, leap out of the rabbit.
They're not in the rabbit. Unless there's a portal to the inside of the rabbit.
If we built this large wooden badger...
Well, it wouldn't have worked anyway. They're probably lucky they weren't in it. Oh, I guess gave a gift to send it. To catapult it.
seems to have utterly disheartened King Arthur. Took him completely by surprise that a new strategy was required were to be brought to a successful conclusion. His closest knights decided...
A historical fact? Wow. Why do they allow real swords on set? Sir Robin, is this Robin Hood?
Bravely bold Sir Robin, oh brave Sir Robin,
He could be a different Robin.
brave Sir Robin. He was not in the least bit scared to be
Why there's multiple signs pointing to the same thing?
limbs all hacked and mangled, brave Sir Robin.
That's enough music for now, lad.
Probably not the most inspiring, even if it is true. Probably don't want to hear it on the way. If I did have a shield, though, a chicken would be a great coat of arms to have. Wow.
He is brave Sir Robin, brave Sir Robin.
3 guys in a suit.
What do you want?
Nothing really. I passed through good tonight. I am a knight of the round table.
In that case, I shall have to kill you. Shall I?
Each guy is echoey by themselves.
I want to cut his head off. Oh, cut your own head off. Been on all the time. You snore. Oh, I don't.
He has to deal with both of them.
All right. We'll kill him first, Biscuits, but let's kill him anyway. Right, he's buggered off. So he has, he's scarpered.
That's a weird shirt with 3 hands. I mean,
I never did.
he just strategically retreated while they were distracted. That's not a bad move. Wow. Maybe they end up somewhere good.
The tale of Sir Galahad.
So each one gets their own tale? How do they even know where to look for this Holy Grail? This is dramatic. You can feel the fear that he's feeling. Oh, the Holy Grail's right there. Wouldn't it be better if they actually just went to, like, Israel? Because that's probably where the Grail most likely would be, unless it's already found, and then why are they tasked with being finding it again? They're just being tasked with, like, transiting it from one finder to another destination.
Name of King Arthur, open the door!
Welcome to the Castle Anthrax.
The Castle Anthrax? You are the keepers of the Holy Grail? The Grail? It is here.
They might not even know what it is.
Thank you. Away, Varletesses.
Well, look,
What is your name, handsome knight? Mine is Zoot. Oh, but come.
A name, I guess?
Oh, you have suffered much.
They're distracting him.
Undressing, in exciting underwear. Come. You may lie here. Oh, you must see the doctors immediately.
She is probably
Have a basic medical training, yes.
at 16. They don't have 16 to 19 and a half. They have a lot of training.
Are you sure that's absolutely necessary?
Examine you.
They are...
I'm told it has to be.
Back to your bed, son. No Grail here.
I have seen it. I have seen it.
They have issues. They've been isolated way too long here. Yeah, he probably...
Do you think the scene should have been cut? So worried when the boys were writing it. It's better than some of the previous scenes, I think.
It wasn't just a string of pussy jokes.
Get on with it.
I mean, we've got to see how... They do got to see what all the knights were up to, I guess.
And here in Castle Anthrax, we're setting alight the Grail-shaped beacon.
Why do they light it? Why do they have it if they're not allowed to?
After you have spanked her, you may deal with her as you like. Thank me. And thank me. And me. And me. Yes.
Wow. He really needs to get out of here.
Why? You're in great peril. Come on, we will cover your escape. Look, I'm fine. Come on, single-handed.
Yes, let him tackle a single hand.
I know it's medieval ages, but yeah, that probably should have been left on the cutting room floor, let's be honest.
We were in the nick of time. You were in great peril. You were in terrible peril. Look.
Why do they even have that grail-shaped beacon if they're not supposed to light it?
Sir Galahad from almost certain temptation. Meanwhile, King Arthur and Sir Bedivere, Swallow's flight away, had discovered something.
Scene 24.
Oh, that's an unladen Swallow's flight, obviously. 4, really, if they had a coconut on a line between them. And dragging...
in which Arthur discovers a vital clue.
Did they skip scene 24?
Old man, where does he live?
Cave which no man has entered. Gorge of eternal peril. No man has ever crossed.
Just jump across? Oh, well, that's what they just said.
The Bridge of Death, which leads to the Grail.
So, the bridge must not be very effective if nobody has ever crossed it.
Who are you?
The knights who say
Wow.
Not the knights who say nay.
That's all they say.
are the keepers of the sacred word.
That's the sacred word. Sacred word.
We are but simple travelers who...
We shall say if you do not appease us.
Oh, it doesn't hurt to hear that.
A shrubbery.
Please, we will find you a shrubbery.
You will never pass through this wood.
Is that a berry on a shrub, or is that
And we will return with a shrubbery.
One that looks nice.
a strawberry, or... Messed up the page. Oh, that's a nice stairwell or whatever. It's gonna take a while. What's that big to shake the castle that much for so long? Oh, he skipped a area.
Who stopped that? Look on, clear off. Do it. Go away. And you, clear off.
Bye, son.
The Tale of Sir Lancelot.
Sun quakes. Those are horrible. As long as the sun sets, we don't have to worry.
When I started here, all there was swamp. Daft to build a castle on a swamp. Built it all the same. Just to show 'em. Fell over, then sank into the swamp. But the fourth one...
Sink into the swamp. Oh, he probably built it outside of the swamp.
But I don't want any of that.
Rather what?
I'd rather sing.
No.
In 20 minutes, you're getting married to a girl, the biggest tracts of open land in Britain. Alice. Herbert.
I don't want land, I just want to explore on land that isn't.
What's wrong with her? Beautiful, she's rich, she's got tracts of land.
I want the girl that I marry. Special. Something.
A singing voice?
You're marrying Princess Lucky. Better get used to the idea. Make sure the prince doesn't leave this room.
Make sure the prince gets used to the idea.
You stay in the room.
And you'll come and get him.
Right.
From just stop him entering the room.
Oh, look, it's quite simple. I'll make sure he
doesn't.
doesn't leave the room. All right?
Oh, I remember.
He might leave the room while it's discussing.
But if he had to leave and we weren't with him until you or anyone else...
Yeah, if he had to leave, I think that defeats the purpose.
And make sure he doesn't leave. Make sure he doesn't leave.
The prince?
This is very complicated.
Oh, quite clear, no problems.
Where are you going?
We're coming with you.
I'll make sure he doesn't leave.
Oh, I see, right.
It's that guy, so it's a completely... Since he's not guarding that guy, it's a completely different deal, I guess.
Over we go. Good. And now, the big one.
Message for you, sir.
Well, that went far.
Whoever finds this note, I have been prisoned by my father. I am in the tall tower, swamp castle at last. Could be the sign that leads us to the Holy Grail. You shall not have died in vain.
I didn't die. I still got a bit to go.
I think I could pull through, sir. Actually, I think I'm all right to come with you.
No, you accomplished a daring and heroic
As soon as
rescue
he
in
has.
my own particular...
Probably not.
No, I feel fine, actually.
Farewell, sweet Concord.
Saving somebody who's been prisoner from the king. That's the right answer. Well, no, he's not the king, is he? Oh, she's the one getting married. Well, rescue a random person who's being held prisoner by their parent, who's probably some high official. That's a brave and noble quest for the kingdom. Not that he should have to get married to somebody he doesn't like, just... I doubt that's exactly what the kingdom is looking for a noble quest. He's just running. Like, he doesn't know the full story. He doesn't even know. Like, he's just responding to a note. There could be the other note, but he decides to follow the one for the note he found. Wow. This is a very noble quest. He doesn't even care about the full story, it seems. Just Respond to the quest. I don't think he's going to be received as a hero after this.
Riding north from Camelot when I got this note.
Are you from Camelot? Castle Camelot? Very good pig country. Would you like to come and have a drink?
I am ready! I'm afraid when I'm in this idiom, I sometimes get a bit of...
He could have escaped by himself. Well, the guard's at the door.
He's killed the best man! It is Sir Lancelot from the court of Camelot!
He's a guest, and
I'm my special guest here today.
he's been pardoned.
We are here today, two young people, joyful bond of holy wedlock.
One of them escaped.
My son Herbert has just fallen to his death.
Oh.
But I don't want to think I've lost a son, gained a daughter.
Wow. But they're not married.
He's getting better.
They threw another guy on the cart for getting better.
The icy hand of death upon him to look upon me in a very real and legally binding sense.
How are they legally bound if her husband died before they married?
Dangerous, Sir Lancelot of Camelot.
Oh, he's alive.
You fell out of the tall tower, you creep.
Well, I'll tell you.
Not like that. Not like that.
We got a musical number, maybe. I didn't get any of that. Oh, what are they doing to the poor thing? Oh.
Where we could buy a shrubbery. The knights who say ni.
No, but we've no shrubberies here.
If we will say ni.
Oh, no. That's two in Japanese.
Times are these when passing ruffians can say ni. There is a pestilence upon this land. Considerable economic stress at this period in history.
Say shrubberies?
Yes.
Is it like a berry or is it a shrub bush, like in the shrubbery you fall or something?
We have brought you your shrubbery.
It is a good shrubbery. I like the laurels particularly.
Like plural shrub, like shrubs, but like a hedge.
We are now the knights who say, bang, zoom, boing, themselves.
That's long.
For we must give you a test.
Knights who till recently said ni.
You must find another shrubbery.
Oh, no.
Not another shrubbery.
Then place it here beside this shrubbery. Two level effect with a little path running down the middle. When you have found the shrubbery, down the mightiest tree in the forest.
Alter the doom.
Cut down a tree with a herring.
Oh, no. It can't be.
Is one of the words the Knights of Ni cannot hear.
But they're not the Knights of Ni anymore.
Surely you have not given up your quest for the Holy Grail.
Far from it.
You said the word again.
I was looking for it.
Oh, it?
Oh, stop it!
You said it again.
In the berry.
There again, that's three.
I'm glad we get to see this part of the story still.
Of whom the old man had spoken, scene 24.
Scene 24, is that what?
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay! It must be at the north in winter.
They were forced to eat Robin's minstrels, and there was much rejoicing.
They're rejoicing over that?
Winter changed into spring. Spring changed into summer. Changed back into winter.
Oh, they skipped fall again?
Summer a miss and went straight on into autumn.
Wow, good for the autumn. They look like they've been traveling a long time, all weary and everything. That's a heavy box to hold on your back. It's a nice landscape. Are we sure this? Well, it could be Scotland.
What manner of man are you that can summon up fire without...
I'm an enchanter.
By what name are you known?
Some will call me...
Greetings, Tim the Enchanter.
That's a nice name.
You know my name?
I do.
The king. The Britons.
You seek the Holy Grail.
You know much that is hidden, though, Tim.
Poor tree.
Yes, we're looking for the Holy Grail. To find the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Yes. And so we're looking for it.
We have been for some time.
Ages.
So anything that you could do to help
Would be appreciated.
I don't want to waste any more of your time. Tell us where we might find a
grail?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But is it the Holy Grail? That is, she's showing a trail?
No man yet has fought with it and lived full 50 men. If you do doubt your courage, come no further. There waits you all, nasty big pointy teeth.
Believing in it gonna do much either. That's it destroys everybody.
Then we best leave them here and carry on foot. Dismount!
Okay, buy horses. Probably should leave the coconuts too. Not gonna need them at this point.
Hold the cave of Carpano.
I'm gonna go there now.
What? There he is.
I don't see anything. Oh, it's a bunny rabbit.
Behind the rabbit?
It is the rabbit.
You silly sod!
I wouldn't underestimate that rabbit.
He'll do you a treat, mate.
Oh, yeah?
I'm warning you. He's got huge, sharp. He can leap about.
Go on, boss. Chop his head off.
Yeah, the bones.
One rabbit stew coming right up.
This guy's gone. A goner.
I warned you, but did you listen to me? Oh, just a harmless little bunny, isn't it? I always tell them. Shut up! Do they listen?
Hey, gotta fight the bunny. The bunny bird. No. Keep it distracted. It's a brutal bunny, alright. How many of them... Okay, it looks like the main crew might have survived.
Help to confuse it if we run away more.
It may become so cross that it will make a mistake.
Have we got those? We have the holy hand grenade.
Yes, of course. He's one of the sacred relics Brother Maynard carries with him.
They got grenades back then. Must be very sacred to exist back then. So these guys came along with them. With a cart, even though they abandoned the horses. Wow. It is a holy hand grenade.
I know not, my liege.
Consult the Book of Armaments.
Probably take off the cross, because that's the closest to a pin, probably. Oh.
People did feast upon the lamb, and anchovies, and orangutan, and fruit bats, and large...
Skip a bit, brother.
It's a very important quote.
5 is right out. Once the number 3, thou thy holy hand grenade of Antioch, who being naughty in my sight...
Amen.
Amen.
I had to memorize that verse when I was in Sunday school. No, not really. The verses they have you memorize. Sunday school. Crazy that some of Indiana Jones' most famous traps didn't happen until the 3rd film. Like, there are 2 whole films where the most famous ones didn't exist.
Joseph of Arimathea. What does it say?
It reads, the last words of Joseph of Arimathea may find the Holy Grail, castle of...
Probably not any of them, though.
The castle of...
Oh, the castle.
He must have died while carving it.
Oh. And he said,
Dying, he wouldn't bother to carve.
He might have.
Oh, shut up. Well, does it say anything else?
That's a lot of carving.
Come on. France, I think. Isn't there a St.
Ooh, in surprise and alarm.
How do they know how it's the back of the throat was how it's spelt?
My God!
Wow. It looks so real.
There it is. There's the old man from scene 24. He is the keeper of the Bridge of Death.
But why do they need to cut?
Who answers the 5 questions? 3 questions.
I might have missed that, but why do they have to cross the bridge again? I mean, if that clue was to say the castle, like, if they had to cross the bridge anyway, wouldn't they already know that they have to do both?
Brave Sir Robin, you go.
I've got a great idea. Lancelot go.
Yes, let me go, my liege.
Good luck, brave Sir Lancelot.
It's like I'm a little cramped sitting here.
Stop!
Answer my questions.
The other side, he sees.
My name is Sir Lancelot of Camelot.
Is your quest?
The Holy Grail.
Is your favorite color? Right, off you go.
Oh, thank you.
Those aren't that hard of questions. I mean, how does he even know he's not lying? He probably gets harder questions now.
Ask me the questions, Bridgekeeper. I'm not afraid. Sir Robin of Camelot, to seek the Holy Grail.
Is the capital of Assyria?
I don't know that.
Oh, is Robin gone? lost Robin. Oh, that bridge does look dangerous.
Sir Galahad of Camelot is your quest. I seek the Grail. Is your favourite colour?
Robin.
No, yes.
Oh. He didn't even know what his own favorite color was? I mean, I guess blue probably is mine, though.
To seek the Holy Grail.
Is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
African or European swallow?
I don't know that.
Oh, good for him. I guess that question at the beginning probably did help.
Well, you have to know these things when you're a king, you know.
I knew it would come into play later, I just don't remember what the answer was.
Lancelot? Lancelot!
Is Lancelot going to betray them?
Lancelot! Lancelot!
Was he arrested for killing the other guy? Oh, they survived. I guess it was just peril down there. It wasn't certain death. It was just peril. Or are they going to heaven now? Or did somebody find the Holy Grail for them? Not the Holy Grail up there, or no? But if they find the Holy Grail here without going to the Castle of then do they really complete their quest? The end. No. Such a dramatic crossing.
God be praised, Almighty God, the most Jesus Christ!
Oh, they're being attacked.
I command you to open the doors of this sacred castle.
One more time, Max.
It is a different castle, though.
So you think you could out-clever us running about advancing behavior? Donkey-bottom biters!
Is the door that intense? Well, I guess they're turning around. Did they fail the quest? Might have. They didn't even have to... Did they take the boat, or how did they get across that?
We shall attack at once. Yes, my liege.
But they got far away. Oh. They got all of them across the bridge? Where did they come from? Oh, maybe Robin reunited them. And Lancelot. Oh, maybe Lancelot found them.
Today the blood of many a valiant knight shall be avenged. We shall not stop our fight. Returns to those has chosen.
I guess. United and mutual, well, for the benefit of the people who deserve it, I guess. Oh, good thing that the car arrived. Oh, he was the one who killed the guy? Well, I guess even a king's not above the law. Not even a king can stand up to the police. Well, are they getting the Holy Grail? So unless something else happens, that is the conclusion of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It was one of those movies that, like, where everything just perfectly worked together. Like, you know, you saw these stuff building up behind the scenes. They were just going for the Grail, and, like, there's just this stuff building up behind the scenes that, like, all tied in greatly. Like, the coconuts and then the police arresting them, and it was a very satisfying conclusion. Like, we got the full story of the Grail. Like, there was no loose ends. There was no, like, anything. Like, it just perfectly fit. Or something. Yeah, but, I suppose, unless there's an end credit scene, that was Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I guess it was kind of wacky. I have seen some other wacky films, so that might not have been, like, the most wacky film I've seen for, you know, people who do say it's the most wacky film, like... I've seen other films like this before that are kind of wacky the same way, but it's still wacky, so I'm not saying that, like, it wasn't wacky, because it was. Like, it just leaves it hanging, like, they go to war against them, and then they get arrested by the police for, like, just that, and I guess that's the conclusion. Like I was saying, jokingly, it was kind of building up in the behind the scenes that they killed that guy, and then now the police are investigating it. But it's like, that did not feel like the rest of the story was building toward that. It just seemed like an isolated thing, and then they get arrested, and then suddenly that's just like the important conclusion to the movie or something. Somehow, that's like what the whole movie was building towards. But, yeah, that was the end of the movie. Whoa, that lighting actually is good on my face now from the computer. But it did just end. Like, it did seem kind of fitting that it looped back around to the police arrested it, but there were just so many loose ends, and then they just go like, okay, this is the end. Like, everything else, and all, none of it matters, because we got the police in the end, and that's all that matters. And, so, yeah, kind of wacko. It is a 70, like, from 74, so that was like, so it probably inspired a lot of those really wacky films. Like, there's also, like, Gun Without a Suit On, which is not actually its name, and then there's, and then there's also, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that's also wacky. This seemed more like fourth wall breaking. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy wasn't exactly a, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is not so much, fourth wall breaking, but, as much as, Monty Python was. But, yeah, so that was a movie, and, like I said, I'm planning on hiring an editor for this video, because I just don't have it in me to edit every video, or I'm probably not going to get any reactions out. And if editing, hiring an editor works, then I might do it for other reactions, and that will help, like, level out the strain of having to do it. And so I can probably get more reactions done if that works out. So, yeah, so thank the editor for, you know, putting up with me, doing whatever I do, like moving the bed and all that stuff, however I handled it, I don't know. But yeah, the editor, give the editor, thank the editor, or whatever the best way to say it is, and yeah, and yeah, if they want to put like a segment of them saying something in here, like they can, as long as they keep it like PG-13, because, you know, the editors usually don't get as much credit as they deserve, and, you know, if they want to, like, you know, just say a little nice thing about themselves, or, yeah, I will give them this opportunity here, or they could also do it at the beginning, and if they don't want to, they can either just keep this in because it's a weird thing to keep in, and maybe they like to keep weird stuff in, or they can cut it out, and, yeah. And also, I do know that when I look here, I sometimes look at the viewfinder. I am sorry, but, like, I have it turned around so I can make sure that I don't, like, drift in and out of frame and, like, block out my footage so I know where I am, and then it's just easier when you look at the camera to look at the viewfinder because it's just right there, and it's like, yeah, it just... But if it's weird, I've heard people say that it's kind of weird when people look at the viewfinder, but it's kind of just weird to see movement happening here and to look at the camera instead. But yeah, but I hope you enjoyed the reaction to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. If you did, you can leave a thumbs up, I guess, or you could leave a thumbs down if you didn't like it, because there's that option too. And yeah, if this works out well, I might do this more often. If not, I do like to react though, even though I do sometimes get tired, so maybe I like lose focus and then it's kind of cramped where I am, so I have to move around a bit. But I do enjoy reacting, but it is kind of harder to set up. But I hope you enjoyed this reaction, and if you did, glad you did. And I'll see you next time. Bye.